local weather with the KX News Storm Team.
Hi, I'm Nolan. Hey, Tom, what's the weather?
Yeah, that's Nolan and Dawson. Now, earlier today, I was at the Bark Park with my dog, and you know what? Notice how they're dressed. I was dressed the same way. It was chilly with that wind chill this morning, but Nolan was helping me with the little chukka thing for my lab and helping get some exercise, so I thought I'd put him on TV. If you have a video you would like me to share, please send it to me, tschrader@kxnet.com. All right, let's take a look at Minot, 52 degrees, 2 degrees below the average, the normal high temperature, and in Bismarck, 54 degrees is the normal high and is 5 above that, and a southeast breeze at 7 miles an hour. So a little cool up in the northwest right now, 40s from Williston up to Crosby, Wolf Point, Plentywood. It is chilly, but 60s to the south central. You can see Flasher and Linton and Ashley all in the low 60s. Hettinger almost 70 degrees. Wind isn't bad, 5 to 15 miles an hour, a little bit breezier in the southwest. Now earlier, about 20 minutes ago, you can see kind of right here, this little circle where a small little hive might be was sitting up over Wofford City, so it's kind of meandered south a little bit. And looking at our radar, and none of this is particularly heavy, but we're in a drought and we need the rain. Where you have the darker greens, that would be a little heavier rain. So let me step through what I think is going to be happening, because I believe that we're going to get some snow this weekend, but probably pretty light. So here we are Saturday night at 7. I'm looking at temperatures in the upper atmosphere. This black line is what I'm going to call the rain snow line. If it's north of that, colder air, up in the clouds, it would support snow. And here's something that has to happen. It has to start off as snow to end up as snow on the way down. It doesn't start off as rain and change over to snow on the way down. It doesn't work that way. So it's very important that the thermal profile, kind of geeky words there, is cold enough to support snow, if that's what you're hoping for. So here we are. That line is north tomorrow night, but by Sunday morning it starts working its way towards the Mondack border, and by Sunday afternoon, eastern Montana, western North Dakota does look like it's going to be cold enough up in the clouds to support snow. But that's only part of what's going on. The other part here is it's a couple things. One, what's the temperature going to be on the ground? Will it melt on the way down? And the ground's still fairly warm. So it's likely going to snow, I think, and then that snow is going to be melting from the ground up. So that would help limit some snow totals, snow accumulations. And I think that snow could be fairly slushy because it's going to be warm enough. It's not like it's going to be 20 degrees. We're going to be noticeably warmer than that. The cloud may start off as snow, but will it stay snow all the way down to the ground, and how long will it hang around on the ground? So tonight at 6 o'clock, here's our precision cast, and then by tomorrow morning, it looks like while we have a chance of a few sprinkles, doesn't look like much, saw a little bit of green there, and then Saturday night into Sunday, here we are Sunday morning. Notice how it's rain in eastern Montana. The cold air hasn't got pulled into it yet, but that should change and change over to snow. So here we are Sunday night at 8 o'clock. We've got northerly wind, snow in Montana, it looks like, and the wind I think is going to be roughly 25 to 30 mile an hour, but look here, 30 to 35 mile an hour. So if it is raining or snowing, it's going to be pretty sloppy outside. So now back to the precision cast. Here we are at 8 o'clock, and watch what happens during the overnight hours. It kind of meanders to the east a little bit. So by Monday morning at 10 o'clock, it looks like a decent chance of snow in western North Dakota. According to this model, rain to the east. But check out that wind. At 10 o'clock Monday, we could be looking at a lot of wind. In fact, we might even get a wind advisory on Monday from looking at that kind of data there. And then from Monday on through the rest of the day, it'll start tracking off to the east. So temperatures tonight, 30s to around 40 degrees. And then for tomorrow, we're going to be in the 50s and even some 60s. Almost balmy weather like in Linton and Ashley with those kind of temperatures tomorrow. Here's a look at the Bismarck 7-day. It's just going to be a weekend storm system in the area. Temperatures are going to be relatively close to average or a little bit below, especially in the northern part of the state next week. But we do have the storm coming in, this weekend, Joel. So if you have anything outdoors you need to do, tomorrow's likely going to be a better day than Sunday, and you might want to plan on a lot of wind, especially Monday, but Sunday afternoon, and probably some rain, maybe even some snow.
Yeah. So what are we getting out of this? Like 2.5 inches out of this system, or what?
You know, it appears to be an inch or two, couple inches. There is some data, I will say, that would suggest more than that, but there's not very much of that. The overwhelming amount of data is for light snow. And remember, the ground's warm. It's going to be melting, too.
It will. It'll melt quick. So we're just hoping it's not a slippery drive to work, but this will really help with that moisture that we've been really waiting for.
And the moisture could be, quarter